What's going on? This is an interesting one. So, Narada Michael Walden, the Grammy Award winning music producer, drummer, songwriter, vocalist, guy and had incredible success working with Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, because I go back when he worked with Stacey Lattisaw, because I love them records, and Divine Emotion. Uh, and of course, I Should Have Loved You, which is still one of the coldest baseline jams. That was the jam. I even know the cat played drums on Rick James's Make Love to Me. He was on the drums on that. He played drums on a lot of tracks. Session Cat. Got a real cool podcast, by the way. Enjoyed it with Patty Austin some months ago. So check it out. Uh, it's, what is it? NMW podcast. Anyway, he done a whole lot of work with a lot of people. I think it was in that Jackson Brown Clarence Clemens song too. Your Friend of Mine. He did that. So he was a lot of stuff. Crossover, did a lot of stuff. Anyway, I think he produced Shanice Wilson's "I Love Your Smile." I think he did because he did a lot of stuff, big time. Anyway, this one, the turn down. He turned down Weather Report, and they're one of the baddest jazz fusion bands ever. I mean, listen to a lot of Weather Report, and when you listen to their music, he was already in his own jazz bands in the '70s. Um, Narado did a lot of playing with a lot of people. We worked with Aretha Franklin because she go 40 years ago with her Freeway of Love. So he's had a hand in a lot of pies, a lot of work, a lot of situations musically, what have you. And I can go back on his career. But this interesting tidbit, he turned down Weather Report because he wanted to go more in the pop world. He wanted to explore that. He did recommend a friend, though. He turned him down, but he gave him somebody who would be considered one of the greatest jazz bass players ever. And that guy's name was Jaco Pastorous. Talk about a small world. He says, I don't want to take the gig because I want to do other things, but I got a buddy you might like. How many times have you ever heard someone say, I don't want to do this, but I got someone you might like? And then that guy turns out to be one of the baddest to ever do it. Because that Jaco Pastorous debut album was the bomb. I mean, and his style of playing came out at a time when Stanley Clarke in the jazz world was considered the end all be all at that time, the school days, that especially that era. I kind of equated to like Stanley Clarke was kind of like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on bass, and Jaco Pastorius was like Bill Walton. And for that brief window, you kept your eyes on Walton because Walton could hang till the injuries kept in. And Jaco could hang till other things got in place. Sadly, one of the baddest talents. I mean, Jaco Pastorius was bad. You listen to some of his bass lines, his licks were on point. So interesting how Narado Michael Walden not going to Weather Report, what that would have been like, and what he was still, well, dibbling and dabbling. And obviously, Narada was an understudy of Quincy Jones, and of course, George Duke was going, and the cats were going, and Joe Sample and the Crusaders. A lot of the jazz cats were doing R&B pop. Um, Norman Connors, a lot of those cats. Norman Connors, fellow drummer, doing it too. So you mixed those, match those worlds because it paid more money. Jazz cats, you got your chops up and you could play that, but you wanted to make that bag, you got yourself over there. But what an exchange. He turns down Weather Report, but he gives them his buddy Jaco Pastorius. That's a heck of a story. Because if you know anything about Jaco Pastorius, that is one of them stories that you're like, wow. And that means you thought something a lot of someone when you recommend, just saying. So anyway, but let me know what you think about that, because that's a heck of a story. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like, and hit that membership. When you do, requests like this will come through. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. Dig, listen to Weather Report records. Jaco Pastorius' debut record. And Narada Michael Walden had quite the run as a producer. Quite the run. So it's an interesting tidbit. All right, I'm out. Peace.